For starters, I'm not a pro. I never will be. I have no intention of ever becoming a professional runner. There's only one race I want to do, and that's the Olympics.
Hi there, my name is Zach, and I have the goal of reaching the Brisbane Olympics 2032 marathon. Now, as you can see on the screen right here, these are my current PBs, and I'm a long way from making that dream a goal. But I'm hoping, with a lot of determination, patience, and hard work, that I can make it. I would love it if you guys could join me on my journey to go from a below average runner, to a pro. With that said, let's get into today's video.
Welcome to another November morning. I can't say it's a lovely morning because I'm not sure if you guys can see, but it is wet. Like, it's not raining, but it's like there's just so much water in the air, like you just get soaked. So if you look at the ground, you can see all this water, but it's not because it's been raining. It's just been hanging there, and then as it falls, or as it slowly goes down, it just accumulates. But it's been really good at keeping my heart rate low. I'm about half an hour in, so it's about, I think I left at 5:45. It's only like 6:15ish. Feeling good. Now this is my recovery week, so probably doing about an hour 45 today. Nice and chill and easy. Be about 14ish K, and then I'll probably get to 67, 68K for the week, because I got about hour 50 tomorrow, hour 50 tempo build. Looking forward to that. It's been very chill during the week. I've done like 4 runs, which only totaled like 40K. If you compare that to last week, I did 40K in the first 3 days. I didn't end up having to take 2 days off because of to deal with my blisters. They're fine now. But if this wasn't a recovery week, I added an extra 15K easily to my week. So instead of doing, I think I said 67, we over 80 to 85K for the week. So feeling chill, feeling good, and ready to crush the next block starting next week. When it comes to my training, I just mentioned before that I started about 5:45. That's pretty early, but actually for me that's pretty late. For starters, I'm not a pro. I never will be. I have no intention of ever becoming a professional runner. There's only one race I want to do, and that's the Olympics. That is what I'm picking for. Because that's the only race I really have to focus on, I can basically do whatever I want for the next 5 years. Obviously, I will need to qualify, and so in 2031, I'll probably need to change up my training, my daily regime, and all that to kind of optimize for, let's say, 2 races. So I can get 2 opportunities to get the qualifying time and get in the heads of the selectors. And then I'll also need to peak for the Olympics itself. Pretty sure that's going to be August 2032, end of August, like the 30th. But don't know what time it's going to start. I don't know what the weather's going to be like. And so obviously as we get closer and closer, what I train in now, this rain, this nice cool weather, and the early mornings will need to change. Until we get to that point though, I can do whatever the hell I want, because I'm not fighting for the win yet. I'm not fighting for contracts. I don't need to go to specific races. I can pick the races I want. I can pick the races that suit me, whether that's hilly or flat or cold or hot or early morning starts. Whatever race I even want to do, I can do, as long as I can afford to pay for it. And that's where I guess the rest of my life comes in. Have you guys heard of the hierarchy of needs? I can't remember the guy's name. I'm pretty sure it starts with an M. But basically it's saying that like housing and food, super important. Stuff like a new phone, hydration vest, running shoes, not as important. You might need shoes, but you don't need specified shoes for the average person. But when it comes to me and my training, I've got a hierarchy of priorities. Now, the whole reason I'm chasing the Olympics is to show my son what's possible for him. Because when the Olympics start, I think he'll be 11. So he's sort of right age. If he wants to go into a professional sporting, that's the sort of time to start. But he is my number one priority. My family is my number one priority. And so I fit all my stuff, not everything, but all my training definitely around my family life. Now, I'm lucky that I've got a semi-supportive wife. Now, she doesn't know that I'm chasing the Olympics. She thinks the only reason I'm doing marathons is because I'm turning 30 next year and I want to do something. Now, that's how it started out. That is true. But the more and more I do running, the further up the chain I want to go. And so maybe in a couple of years I'll tell her what the actual goal is and I'll show her this channel. But for now, she doesn't need to know that. All she needs to know is that I want to run and when I want to run. Now, we do Saturday morning sports. It's cancelled today because of the rain. But what happens is we wake up, my wife and son will do the morning routine, and then I'll meet them at their sporting. Now that starts at about 7:30, 8 o'clock. And so that's my number one priority on the weekend, is getting there, supporting my son, and helping my wife, and giving her back her day. There will come a time where I won't be able to meet them at the sports, and maybe I'll be able to do something like a park run, which starts a bit late. It starts at 8 o'clock. I try and be done by 7:30 to 8 o'clock so that I can be there for my family. Because running is not even second. Number two is my work. And that's why I do 3 a.m. runs during the week. And so that's how I structure my week. What does my son need? Who's dropping him at school? Who's picking him up? I'm lucky that I've got a very flexible job in that all the work I do is on me. It's on me to get to do it. It's on me to get my hours in. But when I do it, how I do it, that's all on me to choose and decide. So I'm able to start early, finish early, and so I'm the one that does all the pickups. And so as I said, my two main important parts of the day is work and my son. When it comes to running, I have to fit that around that. Those two are fixed. That's why I do my morning runs, because that's the only time I can do it. After work, because I have to start early to get my work in, it means that my wife has to do the drop-offs, and so she starts a bit later, which means my son's all on me in the afternoon. And so for now, while he's 4, almost 5, I can't do doubles. I will be doing doubles maybe once he's like 8 or 9, because once he can start looking after himself in the Arvo, it gives me a bit more free time. But for now, for the next couple of years, I'm stuck with singles and stuck with the time that I've got in the mornings. With the way my life is scheduled, if I don't do the run in the morning, it doesn't happen. I would love to be able to fit it in maybe the afternoon if I ever miss it. But that's life. Running is a hobby. It will never be a profession. Unlike these professionals, like, he's not even professional, let's say Jake Barrowclough. He runs 20 hours a week and then works on his YouTube. But he doesn't have a job. If you look at other professionals, Alex Yee, Phil Sessman, all these people. So while I do a 40-hour work week, plus a run, they don't have that 40 hours. Their run is their work. And I want to show you can do both. That's why my schedule as it is so important, because I have more to prove than they do. On the weekends, while I don't have to fit in work, still got to fit around my family. And whatever priorities we have as a family is first, running comes second. Even within those confines, I'm very pleased with the progress I've made. Longest week this year 10.5 hours. It looks like next year we'll be looking at an average of about 10 to 12 hours. So instead of peaking at 10, now we're averaging 10. And then I've already started mapping out 2027, and that looks like it's a big bump up again. An average of about 12 to 13 hours, peaks of about 15. And that's just single sessions. That is awesome. I think it won't be long, probably early 2027, and I'll do my first 100-mile week. Yeah, baby. We're going on and up. When it comes to how I fit in my individual sessions, that's all focusing on my long-term goal. So a lot of people think you need to do more VO2 max work. Maybe, but I've got 7 years to do that. I want to focus on the aerobic base, get faster at the lower intensities before focusing on that sort of work. The sort of stuff that will get you is more likely to get you injured. Parkrun is another example of this high intensity sort of work. A lot of people like putting their ego out and, you know, smashing themselves every week. I got no interest in that. I would like to do the occasional parkrun, maybe about 5 a year or something, but if it doesn't fit into my schedule, I got no interest in it. It's not important. A 5k is not important. What's important is building towards that goal. If you like doing that, I know we've got a few people on here that love parkrun. Bruno is one of them, and I think he's aiming on doing every single parkrun in Australia. It's awesome. Good luck with that, mate. But yeah, it's just not for me. I'll do it every so often if I want to do a 5k time trial, but other than that, it just doesn't really have a place in my training. Do any of you guys follow WOD Science? WOD? Great channel. Really highly recommend it. And he did a video just the other day, or probably 2 weeks ago for you guys watching now, and it compares probably hybrid athletes with the specialists. And one of the studies that he brought up showed that they project that the 2-hour barrier for the men will be broken in 2032. May 2032. I disagree with that study. I think it's going to be August 2032, and that'll be me at the Olympics. I'll be the one breaking that 2-hour barrier. That is my goal, and that is what I'm working towards. All the other stuff is noise. And so with that said, if you made it this far into my rant, make sure you like and subscribe, as I've got a whole lot more training vlogs, training races, and we'll make it to the Olympics in 2032. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next week.